So what is hypnobirthing? Sometimes after being in this business for 14 years, I always calculate it from the birth of my second son. After being in this business for 14 years, I get stuck in a bit of a bubble, and I think everyone knows about it. It's so fantastic. How could people not know about it? And of course, most people I speak to or who come to me have had an incredible experience using hypnobirthing. And I forget that there are so many of you out there that have never heard of it. And it still is weighed down in the mythology around hypnosis. People tend to be apprehensive about hypnosis or even scared of it, unsure of what it means, thinking that they'll be out of control. And all those myths are completely unfounded. Hypnosis is the most incredible therapy. I have to put my hands up and say, in all honesty, before I used hypnobirthing, I would never ever have gone to a hypnotherapist for exactly the same reasons as many other people out there. But when I was 15 weeks pregnant, after quite a difficult birth for my first birth, I heard someone mention hypnobirthing. And I thought, well, what have I got to lose? And I bought some MP3s, well, CDs as they were then, and I just listened to them. And you know what? I just loved them. They were so relaxing. And irrespective of what I thought about hypnobirthing, hypnosis, I loved hypnobirthing. I loved the fact that I was getting a good night's sleep after having terrible sleep with my first pregnancy. And also, there was a noticeable change in how I was over the course of my pregnancy. I had a really quite stressful job, and I was very stressed with my first pregnancy. And with my second, I just was so much more laid back, and even my husband noticed it, my family noticed it. And the day I went into labour, well, my waters broke early, and I just casually woke up in the middle of the night and thought, well, I'll leave the house to sleep. Everything seems fine at the moment, even though I was a bit early, very early. And I went on to have a very positive experience in what others might have considered to be quite traumatic circumstances, and I don't look upon my birth that way at all. It makes me feel quite emotional in a good way when I think about my birth with my son, because it was incredible and it changed my life. And that's why I'm so passionate about hypnobirthing, and that's why I want people to understand more about what hypnosis for birth actually is. And I've heard people say things like, oh, you won't be put into a trance when you do hypnobirthing, and all this sort of thing to try and alleviate people's fears. But the truth is, hypnosis can be a waking hypnosis. You can be put into hypnosis, but actually it feels great, and you're always in control of when you are in a deep state of hypnosis. You can always come out of it at your behest, and you only go as deeply into that state of hypnosis as you feel comfortable. And we don't understand how much we're in control, but everything originates in the brain. No one else can control what we're doing. We actively participate in the process of being hypnotized. And the more comfortable you become with the techniques and with the feeling of being in hypnosis, the deeper you'll go, because you'll realize that you are actually in control. But I really feel that the essence of what hypnosis is can sometimes be lost. People start to call hypnosis relaxation, and it's really not. People start to call hypnosis mindfulness, and there is a difference between the two. So I am an absolutely staunch supporter of advocating for hypnosis. It's very well evidenced, and it's really important to read up on it or have a go. If you feel a little bit like, oh, I'm not sure, just download a track and listen to it. maybe go and make an appointment with a hypnotherapist and just talk to them about what hypnosis is, what it isn't, so that you can understand the theory behind it a bit more. There are some really great hypnotherapists out there. Do your research. But hypnobirthing is just one aspect of how I use hypnosis. I do lots of other work, but it is absolutely extraordinary. It's about getting you into a headspace where it can empower you to make the right choices. When we feel anxious or stressed, everyone can feel that brain fog, whether it's exams, it's presentations, and that can happen at birth as well. So hypnosis isn't just about putting you into a state of relaxation. It's also about choice, and it's about creating a space where you are able to make the choices that you want to with a clear head. It does make a difference to how you experience sensations. All sensations begin in the brain, and hypnobirthing is about working with thoughts and feelings, beliefs, to alter how you experience sensations in your body. And I hear lots of stories about hypnobirthing being pain-free as well, and some women experience it that way. But the women who experience hypnobirthing, birthing with hypnobirthing, often say that, it was intense, it was powerful, but they were in control they were able to connect with the experience in a very positive way, much as I did. And it's trusting that you can do that, and learning, really learning how our expectation of that experience can actually change our experience of birth. So it's taking control of your beliefs and aligning your beliefs with what you would like your birth to be, and how you want the values of your birth to be, how you want to bring your baby into the world. Whether you're having a home birth in a pool or whether you're having a cesarean birth in hospital, you can make that a deeply connecting, a deeply positive experience using mindfulness tools, using hypnosis tools. And you have to be aware how different they are as well. There are crossovers, but they are fundamentally quite different things. And each of them can have a role to play during birth. So have a go, do some reading on it, learn about it. And if people poo-poo it, then remember, everyone has their own story. You don't know what someone's experience of birth was, why it was like that, what happened to them. And it's up to you to create your own story. And you're starting from your own story, from your own place. And hypnosis and hypnobirthing give you the opportunity to do that. So just download an MP3. They're in my bio. You can find the link to the free ones on the Penguin website. Listen to them before you go to sleep at night, and just have a go. It may be for you, it may not be for you, but you'll never know if you don't give it a go. Any questions about hypnosis or hypnobirthing, just drop me a message, put a comment in. I'm really happy to answer any questions at all.